Good morning, everyone. Today, I will admit, is one of my projects and my things that I was very eager to be in the box. So, for those of you that love it, I'm so glad you do. For those of you that don't, hopefully you will, because I really do love this item. So, some of us are scrapbookers from way back, and that's kind of how we started maybe getting into our cutters. Some of us are sewers, some of us are embroiderers, some of us do vinyl, but all of us cut things at some point. And so all of us have mats, and mats can be very expensive. So a lot of times when I change my camera view, you see that I have a mat. But I can't easily take it with me. It can't roll up because you want it to be flat. And so when you're traveling and I love to travel and I love to teach, I need this. So this is one of the best things for me in the whole wide world. And I can't tell you how happy I am to see it come to life, to see it have Crafty Co. It's wonderful to me, and you can see why it's so great to have. So I'm going to change camera views, and we're going to talk about a couple of things and some, me, I love bringing up other things from the box and showing some different ways. So for me, having a mat that I can travel with that has some substance to it is a big deal. So, I am working on a Grinch project. And so if I want to square off my fabric, it's so nice to have a small sturdy mat to travel. Or if I'm wanting to watch television and I'm wanting to do something with the mat and be able to, take it downstairs, that kind of thing. So you'll see that you have different grids on here, and that's just to help you with your settings. So you can see that there's centimeters on here, and there's inches, half inches, fourth inch, 16th, all of the things are there ready. So you saw how easy, it's a mat to cut fabric. And you may say, but I never cut fabric. And I get it. Maybe here's one for a piece from earlier when I was shooting and showing you puff. Maybe I want to make some of my little test squares, and that way I can cut and cut and cut, and now I have some little squares to be able to practice with my heat press. So just because you don't cut vinyl, maybe you cut paper. And you cut paper because you like to do projects with paper. So one of the things that we had earlier, so this was day 15, and this was the Holly Jolly. I'm going to try something different with this. And you notice that I said try because I haven't done this, but I had an idea. So come along as we do this idea together. So I love my mat. Y'all may see me hug it at some point. That's how excited I am. So I'm going to take our sequins, and you can see I'm folding it in half to get that center line. And it's right there. I'm going to do it one more time just so I can see and hold my cutter. And fold and scooch. So here is my center line, and I'm literally going to cut this in half. See, look, I cut it in half, and you can still tell that it says Holly Jolly, right? And I played with and had our rhinestones, and you've seen me use them in some different ways. So I'm going to cut some of these apart, and we're going to use them. I'm just going to go ahead and cut them all apart. That way, if I want to use them, I have them ready. Because I have this mat, I can just cut, right? And cut. So that way you can see I have these cut and I have this. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because I have this hoodie. So let's change so you can see what I'm talking about. So I have this black warm-up jacket, sweat jacket, whatever you want to call it. It came from Walmart. So I thought that it would look cool to have something on the front of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half and half and press it to where this is, and then I could zip it up. So that's why I cut that in half. So I'm trying to decide, and I'm going to look and see how this will press. So again, I'm going to change so that you can see what I'm talking about here. And this fits absolutely perfect. So you got to see, this is a 2-for-1. You get to see two different things going on because, it's me and that's how I roll. So see how here's my zipper here. You can see the zipper. I'm going to do it here and see how down here's right here starts the pockets. So it's going to be right above it. And I'm going to leave just that little gap so that I have room to unzip. I could do it all the way here and here, but it just to me makes it a little tight trying to get this unzipped. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it right there to the seam line, right above and to the seam line. So let's go over to the heat press and you can see me doing. So I'm going to pick this up. We're going to go over. I'm going to press one side and then press the other. So I am sitting down on heat press. Let's get everything kind of ready. And I'm going to pre-press it. Oh, and I have to comment about something that somebody has messaged and asked that watched an earlier video. So they wanted to know what was behind me, and I will show that in just a moment. So let's do a quick pre-press. And I'm going to have that pretty tight, so I'm going to loosen it just a smidge. There we go. And the first one, I'll set it down. Have it right above and up right to the zipper. And I'm going to cover. I think I'm going to try to do both of them, and then if I have to repress, I will. But that way I'm checking my placement. Everything looks good. Cover it. And press. So while that's pressing, several people have asked what's behind me. It's embroidered toilet paper, and it says, ho, 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 I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go, go, go. So that's what that is. Now, I'm just going to move this and press it one more time to make sure that I got those edges on each side. Just do another quick press on that. And I'm going to flip this around and do just another quick press on this side. And I'm just moving stuff around to get that. And then I'm going to add, since I'm here, a couple of these snowflakes to kind of scatter around it. Because I have them, and why not, right? So I was kind of thinking one on each elbow, but I'm not sure about that now. Maybe I just want to put it on the front of the jacket like snow is falling down on the globe. That's what I'm thinking. So here and here. I'm going to do 2 kind of falling down. And cover that up. And I'm pressing, I have my press at 310, and I'm doing 10 seconds for all of this. And do you see my, see the beanie is what I was going to say, and I got distracted. So take that and take that off. And then I'm going to flip over to the other side and do another one right over here. And I don't have to matchy match. If there's 2 on one side, I'm not going to do 2 on the other probably. I'm good with odd numbers. So here, I'll let that one fall a little bit lower. Cover with my non-stick. Press for the one more time. Countdown is on. And pull that off. So, zipper works. Might be a little bit of a little bit with the sweatshirt under. But that way you can see it's just another way to be able to use, and I would probably tie these because I don't like when the strings get in my way. But now you can see I feel holly and jolly with the snowflakes. And I loved being able to cut that with my cutting mat. So like I said, you're going to see me hug it. You're going to see me love it because I do love this cutting mat. And I just think it's one more thing and another tool to have with us. And it's, like I said, you may not have even known that you needed it. I frequently have my laptop in my lap and a TV dinner, a table, and I will do stuff to it. So this will fit perfect when I'm ready to travel. It'll slide right down in the case with my machine. So I love it, and I can't wait to see your comments to see if you love it as much as I do. But I hope that you are having a very happy holiday season. We're getting closer and closer. So hopefully you will have a great day, and can't wait to see what you have to say. Bye, gang.